Evolution, the process by which species adapt over time in response to their changing environment. Crocodiles, sharks, lizards, even chickens have all evolved over millions of years. Some haven't changed much over the past tens of millions of years, while others are unrecognizable. In 2021 to 2022, as we began to resurface from the COVID-19 pandemic, the Canadian Council for Youth Prosperity started on a journey of our own evolution. The pandemic changed our environment, forcing us to pause, to reflect, and to refine our priorities, values, attitudes, and goals. But we embraced this time to begin sharpening the organization from the inside out. We shored up our foundation, invested in our people and our culture, and crystallized the strategic direction of the organization. It was a Herculean effort that required a collaborative approach, but throughout the entire process, our dedicated board of directors, council members, youth council, and team members shared in this journey of evolution. As CCYP's executive director, and on behalf of our entire organization, I am pleased to share our 2021 to 2022 annual report, really showcasing CCYP's evolution, and more importantly, its resulting impact on the youth workforce development ecosystem. With a diversity of perspectives, talents, and experiences, our brilliant team is one of CCYP's most critical assets. Without them, none of this would be possible. They include engagement specialists, project officers, youth council members, fellows, and experts in operations, communications, research and policy, finance, and administration. As a virtual organization, our team spans 5 provinces, 6 time zones, and speaks 14 languages. CCYP supports, strengthens, and connects the youth workforce through coordinating and supporting the ecosystem while working across education, government, business, and employment training sectors. Throughout the past year, our work has been instrumental in creating new infrastructure to increase capacity to respond to youth workforce needs, especially during a tempestuous time for the labor market. In alignment with our funders and partners, CCYP adopted delivery models that helped in achieving systemic change in the ecosystem. The strategic approach helped us successfully improve employment outcomes for youth. We wrapped up Impact COVID Phase 1 and launched the second iteration of the project, the Youth Workforce Consultancy. The Youth Workforce Consultancy offers training, resources, and consultations to small and medium enterprises with a goal of increasing youth participation in quality workforce opportunities while also further amplifying the Youth Pandemic Recovery Plan and Youth Engagement Toolkit. We launched the Compensated Opportunity for Youth Network to bridge the gap between youth in Canada and compensated work and advisory opportunities. We continue to advance our Strength and Structure project to engage Black youth and Black-serving, Black-led, and Black-focused organizations. CCYP has pledged to address anti-Black racism and workforce development as employment outcomes for Black youth and Black people have been historically lower than other job seekers. This project aims to significantly change how Black youth experience and navigate the world of work, solidifying our reputation as leaders in the youth workforce network and growing our impact has resulted in our work being recognized. Through our impact, CCYP has increasingly become engaged with various partner organizations and government levels to consult in advisory roles. This year, we participated in several committees, councils, roundtable discussions, and advisories. Ontario Tourism Education Corp invited us to sit at the Tourism Skills Network of Ontario table in 2021. CCYP provided feedback on the construction of the RBC Future Launch Longitudinal Study Table. The Ministry of Labor, Training, and Skills Development struck a committee to provide recommendations on how to best position Ontario as the best place in North America to recruit, retain, and reward workers. CCYP represented youth workers on the Ontario Workforce Recovery Advisory Committee. CCYP was also the only youth-focused organization invited by the Ministry of Labor to be a part of its task force to provide a youth perspective on the formation of a new employment law, Right to Disconnect. So putting all of this together, here are the stats. We released 19 publications, we held 89 focus groups, we developed 83 new partnerships, and we engaged 908 stakeholders. In order to ensure young people have the opportunity to shape and design relevant services and experiences, particularly those facing barriers to employment, CCYP facilitated several programs designed to amplify youth voices. CCYP's fellowship program and youth council became critical vehicles of information gathering, ideation, and collaboration. Through the fellowship program, our 3 fellows, Sarah, Samia, and Alexis, gained a paid placement for 7 months working alongside the CCYP team and were exposed to policy, research, leadership, academic writing, evaluation, systems thinking, and public speaking. Beyond the 7 months of the program, it is our hope that they can influence the sector and that the professional networks they develop will help them build their future careers. The 2021-2022 Youth Council consisted of 13 youth from across Canada with an interest in creating meaningful opportunities for youth and highlighting the youth experience. Through communication, facilitation, and event planning working groups, Youth Council members spearheaded everything from social media content to CCYP's National Youth Summit. In this year, CCYP hosted its first National Youth Summit, a culmination of the Impact COVID Road to Recovery project, where the Youth Pandemic Recovery Plan and Youth Engagement Toolkit were officially launched. With over 500 registrations, sessions included how to be an all-star working candidate, navigating employment opportunities as a BIPOC youth, and entrepreneurship and building a brand. In partnership with World Education Services, CCYP co-chaired the Immigrant Youth Roundtable. From the Immigrant Youth Roundtable, the creation of the Immigrant Youth Town Hall was formed, a 2-day event that brought together employers, service providers, post-secondary institutions, policymakers, and others who hire, serve, and interact with immigrant youth in Canada. Its goal was to provide a forum for cultivating knowledge sharing and collaboration to improve labor market outcomes for immigrant youth. This past year began in the middle of a global shutdown infused with panic, health fears, and the unknown. It was a tumultuous year, but through it all, CCYP's team remained dedicated, committed, and steadfast. We began to evolve. We refined our strategic direction and positioned our resources to have the best impact. We restructured internally by formalizing CCYP's 3-year strategic direction and aligned resources to support our collective advancement. Now we have our wings. Now we have our mission and our vision. Now we have our direction. Moving forward, our work will fall into 4 strategic areas: amplifying youth as co-creators, addressing systemic challenges and supporting innovation, improving navigation, connecting employers and talent, and improving organizational resilience. 2022-2023 is CCYP's butterfly moment. This is the year that we intensify our impact and engage across the ecosystem. This is the year that we emerge and amplify.